Hello, this video is going to be a complete balls up. There are bits that I filmed 4 weeks ago, other bits that I filmed 2 weeks ago. This right now is me bringing you guys up to date. I'm off up to the plot to do a plot tour and a plot catch up, but before we get there, let's have a look at what old Adam was doing in the past. Yeah, and let's see what he was up to. I need to take this old bean frame down and place it somewhere else on the plot and plant out the run of beans today. Let's get to it. Right, 4 of the runner beans are going in this first bed here. I'm going to place 4 canes there at an angle, lean them against the frame, and away we go. There we go, somewhat like that. All I'm going to do now is plant the runner bean plant at the bottom of each stick and let them snake their way up. Runner beans are now planted. I have put one there because I run out of canes, so it's 2 per pole. I am going to put this mesh around them as a bit of a barrier because I'm worried about the pigeons having a go at them. Feast your eyes on this monstrosity here. In my attempt to keep pigeons out, this is what I've done. Christ Almighty. Isambard Kingdom Brunel, the great Victorian engineer, would be proud of something like this. No, he wouldn't. Honestly, I think this is the greatest piece of crap that I've ever built on my plot, and hopefully it will keep the pigeons from pecking at those runner beans. Some of you may remember a couple of years ago, Fort Lupin was designed by just putting these canes in front of the plants to keep the, I think back then, maybe the rabbits and the pigeons out, and it did the trick. So where I've got the gap here, I've just put a load of canes and uprights that I can find. I've done the same on this edge here. Anyway, let's see what happens in the next thrilling video. Look at the alliums just starting to wake up. 3 whites, 2 purples. Don't know what he's going to be, but I tell you what is mental. We get a bit of rain, and look at how the weeds love it. Oh, I've got to get weeding. That was 40 minutes of my life that I'll never get back, but the weeds have gone. Okay, that was me messing around with the runner beans. Let's have a look at what I was doing 2 weeks ago now. I've got 6 dwarf French bean plants that have grown on from home that need to get planted out right now. We had a load of rain last night, so this looks like perfect conditions for these guys. Right, let's get to it. That's the first 6 of these dwarf French beans planted. I have tried to create a bit of a well under each of the plants so that when it rains or when I just water them, the water does collect and it will feed these guys. I have got a whole bunch of these at home growing on, so this is just the first of many. I'm going to hopefully cover the rest of this bed with these guys. Now somewhere in that tree over there I heard a hungry pigeon flapping around, so I am going to have to cover these guys, because as soon as they find out that these are on the plot, I'll come back tomorrow and all the leaves will be stripped. What fresh hell is this, I hear you ask? Well, it's my anti-pigeon cage, which could also probably double up as a shark cage for the dwarf French beans. I had this wire mesh cage from last year, And all I've done is plonk it around the beans themselves. Got a random bit of trellis, place that on top. Hopefully the pigeons are going to be too lazy to attempt to get through that gap there, and maybe that gap there, to have a go at the beans. But who knows? Kind of proud of this. MacGyver, eat your heart out. And now we're bang up to date. Like I said, I'm off to the plot to give you a bit of a plot tour, and I need to catch up there as well, because it's been a while since I've done anything up there. No doubt the weeds are going to be going mental. So where am I going? Just walking through the woods. I haven't been to the plot this way for a while, so I'm over here. Alright, I'll see you there in a minute. Well, it's a mixed bag up here. Some things are doing really well, other things are doing really bad. Before I take you to the plot and have a look around, let me show you the roof that we put on. It's still on, so thumbs up to the roof. Alright, let's start with the sweet peas. They are now going great guns. They're making their way up the chicken wire, and yeah, should be no problem there. However, the bloody runner beans that I put in here, they're getting battered by something. Never had this problem before. They've always managed to make their way up the canes. Some are doing okay. That one there, and there's a couple over there that are doing okay, but these ones in the middle, not so good. Again, with the French dwarf beans, they're not looking healthy at all. We shall see. We shall see. Now let's have a look at something which is doing okay, and that's the beetroot. There's a solid, healthy line going up there. I've got a very patchy row of carrots and a weird clump of lettuce just there. I did sow them all the way down here, but they've just germinated there. There's not many, but that doesn't bother me too much because I don't eat that much lettuce, but I do like to have some in my salad. Parsnips are going great guns. We'll definitely be having parsnips this year. I've got a very poorly looking Atlantic giant pumpkin there. Hopefully he will pick up, but we'll see. Absolutely mashed up cabbage, brown bread. Some peas which are just starting to poke through now. This cabbage should make it. Looks like it's been nibbled on by something. I'm going to check that out in a second. The onions. A mixed bag this year, as you can see. I think the allium leaf miner has got stuck into these. I was chatting with my allotment neighbour, Roy, and he was saying his onions are suffering from the same problem. The shallots are looking okay. Under there, we've got three. What are you? Three. Mine's gone blank, but we've got three of them, and they're doing okay. Again, another pumpkin. Looks to be suffering a bit, but I'm hopeful that it will pick up. I've left all this ground here free because once these guys do get going, they will scramble all over the place. But yeah, I think they've got some way to go just yet. Planted a bucket load of peas down here, and I've got about four bloody peas. So yeah, crap. Broad beans, however, are doing great. In fact, I could probably start taking a couple of these now. I never seem to do bad with broad beans up on the plot here, and this year is no exception. I mean, I haven't got loads of plants, but I've got enough for me. Let's have a mooch down here and see what's what. Loads of wind. You might not be able to hear me over the wind, which might be a good thing for you guys. I don't know. More broad beans down here. My dad's claimed this bed this year. It's been great. He put in a row of lettuce. They've come up. He's already taken one. Now, this is what you call a row of carrots. Far more healthy than my sorry specimens, although I do beat him on the parsnips. And then he's got a couple of rows of potatoes, which are just starting to flower up, it seems. So that means potatoes will be ready to dig up soon. And that's it, I guess. Got the lupin, the Persian slipper, doing quite well. How many spikes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 this year. Not as many as in the past, and some of them are just going over now. But these giant alliums, especially the purple ones, are looking fantastic. The white ones have already gone to seed. And then I do have this lupin. Again, it's starting to go to seed. But look at the amount of flower heads on that. Loads. And then I've got the tree lily. You can see buds just starting to form. Another allium from last year. Only one came up this year from the ones I planted last year. I don't know why that is. And then the other tree lily just there. Well, 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 look at these two at it on a broad bean leaf. How romantic. I forgot to mention the table that we had out here has been upgraded, strengthened, and received a bit of a paint job from my dad. So look how smart that is now. Before, the legs were starting to give way. It was a bit wonky donkey. That looks like a top job to me. Awesome stuff. So it's a mixed bag again on the plot this year. Some things are going well, others aren't. No two growing seasons are the same, as they say. Anyway, I think I'll wrap this one up here. Thank you for joining me. If you have, remember to hit the like button, share the video if you fancy it, subscribe to the channel, that always helps, but most importantly, please do comment down below, let me know what you're thinking, and until the next one, bye for now.